put words in my mouth. You want to talk about incompetence? You're the one that said Joe Biden on PBS was competent. You had to retract those words.
Mr.
So
Chairman,
don't talk to me. Don't insult me publicly.
This is so discourteous. This is so outside the committee's guidelines. Taking a personal shot at me while swiping at Biden, very strange and very unprofessional of you.
This is what happens when Democrats think they can bully strong conservative women and get away with it. Madeleine Dean came in swinging, but Pam Bondi wasn't having any of it, and what followed was a total meltdown on live television. You have to see this to believe it.
Chairman, thank you, Ranking Member. Thank you, Ranking Member. Thank you, and welcome, Attorney General Bondi. I just wonder, sincerely wonder, do you hear how hollow your last words sound in light of the pardon of all of the January 6th people, day one of this administration? I believe you're sincere. You want to protect law enforcement, but your principal, the president, pardoned every single one on January 6th. It rings hollow when you say these words, that if you spit on a police officer, we're going to go after you. Talk to my friends who are Capitol Police officers who were here, 5 of whom are no longer here. They are dead. And this administration, and I guess I want to ask you, did you have any advice for the president when he came forward with the blanket pardon on January 20th? What advice did you offer the president?
I am never going to talk about conversations, advice
Were you asked
anyway.
Were you asked
I'm
for
never
advice?
going to talk about discussions I've had
Because
or have not had.
You'll
But
remember.
I can answer with the President of the United
Yes or no?
States.
Did you give him any advice? Yes or no?
I am not going to discuss any conversations
That's a
that
no.
I have had with it.
And
You just put
your
words in
own
my
word,
mouth. I
but-
am not going to
No,
discuss.
I'm going to reveal your own words.
I am
Just a
not
moment.
going to
Please stop.
discuss
Please stop. This
conversations
is my
that
time.
I've had with the President of the United States.
Attorney
You asked
General,
me a question.
I would like to reclaim
and
the
you
last
asked
20
me to
seconds.
answer.
I have asked to reclaim my time. Please put 20 seconds back on the clock.
You have an extra 30.
If the general,
She answered and then answered it again and answered it again with a non-answer. I ask for your consideration
if the
of
general
putting time
lady
on.
will let the witness answer the questions, we will
She
proceed.
answered it by saying no. Okay. The 3 hallmarks of this administration are incompetence, corruption, and cruelty. I'm going to focus today on corruption. And in my mind, there are 2 types of corruption: personal, and then the other I'm going to call public, governmental. Attorney General, have you ever been registered as an agent of a foreign principal under the Foreign Agents Registration Act?
I assume you're talking about when I represented the country of Qatar for a very short time.
The answer is yes. No,
hold
excuse
on.
me.
No.
No.
For anti-human trafficking
Just-
for the World Cup. Anti-human trafficking
Yes or
for the
no?
World Cup.
Attorney
you can't
General,
put words in my mouth.
no.
You want to talk about incompetence? You're the one that
Excuse
said
me.
Joe Biden on PBS was competent. You had to retract those words.
Mr.
So don't
Chairman,
talk to me. Don't insult me publicly.
this is so discourteous. This is so outside the committee's guidelines. Taking a personal shot at me while swiping at Biden, very strange and very unprofessional of you. The answer is yes or no, and the answer is yes. You were registered as a lobbyist for Qatar. Is that correct? Yes. Never mind. Don't answer. Did you disclose that when you went before for the Senate for confirmation? Yes or no? No, it was not in your documents. The answer is no. President Trump.
This was discussed at my confirmation hearings in detail.
It was it was discussed, but you failed to bring up the conflict that you had. President Trump recently announced he'd accept that $400 million Qatar airplane because it was just prettier than the one he was flying around in. Is it true that you gave advice that this was legally permissible? Yes or no?
I will not discuss any advice that my Office of Legal Counsel gives to the President of the United States on any matter.
When you spoke before the Senate, you said you would ask for ethical advice. Did you recuse yourself from that issue?
And talking about unprofessional, you say the President wanted a jet because it's pretty.
Excuse me.
What's going on, patriots? Welcome back to the channel. If you love seeing Democrats get exposed and destroyed by strong conservatives who stand their ground, then make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of truth. Now let's talk about this absolute train wreck of a moment from Congress. Democrat Representative Madeleine Dean completely lost it while questioning former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. It was one of those classic liberal rage moments, full of emotion, zero logic, and a total disregard for facts. Dean started by attacking Pam Bondi over the January 6th pardons, accusing her and the Trump administration of being hollow in their support for law enforcement. She even tried to guilt-trip her by bringing up Capitol police officers, trying to score cheap emotional points instead of asking real questions. But here's what Dean didn't count on. Pam Bondi doesn't back down. Bondi calmly refused to violate confidentiality or reveal any private conversations with the president. She held her composure while Dean's frustration boiled over. When Democrats don't get the answer they want, they start shouting, demanding time back, and accusing their opponents of being corrupt or unprofessional. Classic projection. Then Dean tried to corner Bondi about her previous work with Qatar, trying to twist her anti-human trafficking advocacy into some kind of scandal. That's how desperate they are. They attack someone for fighting human trafficking because it doesn't fit their narrative. Pam Bondi clarified her role, but of course, Dean didn't want to hear it. She just wanted to score headlines and smear anyone connected to Trump. And the irony? Dean had the nerve to lecture Bondi about ethics, while defending an administration known for its incompetence and corruption. Bondi remained composed, professional, and unshaken, even as Dean ranted about jets and conflicts of interest. What we saw here is the perfect snapshot of today's Democrat strategy. Scream louder, accuse harder, and when all else fails, play the moral superiority card. But as always, facts don't care about feelings, and Pam Bondi shut her down without even breaking a sweat. This hearing wasn't about truth or justice. It was another political performance from the left. Madeleine Dean's tantrum showed just how unhinged the Democrats become when faced with someone who won't bow down to their intimidation tactics. Pam Bondi showed what real strength looks like: calm, professional, and unapologetically conservative. That's what we need more of in Washington. So what did you think of this exchange? Was this another embarrassing moment for the Democrats? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when we call out the hypocrisy and double standards of the radical left. Stay strong, patriots.